Nutella. Hello there internet, my name's Tony. Today is Thursday, and today I'm going to be doing something that has been a big hype in the YouTube community lately, called Draw My Life. And what it is you pretty much just draw your life and tell your story up to now. So I figured that's what I would do. So here we go. Like everyone else, I was born in a hospital. Not very exciting. I wasn't born in the back of a taxi or anything. Pretty boring. Born in a hospital in a town called White Plains, and yeah, that was that. That was on July 8th, 1993. And look at this beautiful ambulance that I'm about to draw, with hair on top of it, and a sad person inside, which is my mother. But that night was when everything went wrong. So what happened was that I looked a lot like another child, and I was mistaken for it. And the child that I looked like, well, it was given to my parents, and I was given to the wrong family. The child was a jar of Nutella, and the doctors were extremely confused. They didn't know who was who, they didn't know what to do, and they were just really confused, didn't know which one was which, and pretty much just said, well, let's go with this one. So they did. They gave the jar of Nutella to my parents, who couldn't really tell the difference. They thought that their child was just a jar of Nutella and didn't really think about it. On the other hand, I was given to the jar of Nutella's parents, the other jars of Nutella. And yes, women jars of Nutella do have hair. In fact, you just have to look. And they obviously knew something was wrong. So they took me back to their house anyway. And their house was a giant jar of Nutella. And I don't even mean one of those like very big jars that we all see. No, this is a house-sized jar of Nutella. And they took me home. And my experience from there on, well, wasn't really great. It was pretty sucky, actually. I started out at Nutellamentary school, and all of the kids made fun of me. All of them. They laughed at me because I wasn't like them. I was different, and it was terrible. You know, even Jif made fun of me. Like, the fuck is up with that? He's not even real. Oh, God. So I needed to know why I was so different, so one night I decided to ask my parents. I went into their room one night and I was very upset and confused, and I wanted to know why am I being made fun of at school, and my parents just kind of shrugged it off and ignored me. Then I went to Nutellamentary school, which is our middle school, but for Nutella, where they learn magic. Yes, Nutella has magic. Why do you think we like it so much? There I am trying to lift a book, and I couldn't even do it. And of course, all the other jars of Nutella are floating around me like, oh, look what we're doing, you can't do it. It was terrible. And then one day, I just got fed up and told Jif that he's not even real Nutella. And of course, that sparked so much. It was bad. And someone chanted fight, and then we did. We got in a fight, and I have to say, it didn't really end well. I really hurt Jif. He was almost completely gone. I really took a lot out of him. And of course, everyone saw and made comments, and there was Jif laying on the ground, all spilled out, and then the principal came. And that is what set the spark for just complete and utter horribleness. So we're in his office, sitting there. I'm freaking out, I don't know what's gonna happen, and he calls in my parents. And they come and they pretty much just apologize for me sucking, and then I got expelled from Nutellamentary school. So my parents were extremely upset with me, and they told me that I'm not gonna be staying in the house anymore. And I begged them to please let me stay, but they said, no, you're going to boarding school. So I went there, and I didn't stay for long. It was terrible. It was worse than any of the other schools combined. Everyone, and I mean everyone, made fun of me. At a certain point in the day, they all came together and taunted me, and it was horrible. And I decided, you know what? I'm not gonna deal with this anymore. And so I ran away. I didn't know what to do. I couldn't go home. I couldn't go back to school. But so, where do I go? Why am I so different? That's what I wanted to know. So I decided to look up who my real family was. I mean, I'm not stupid. I know I was different. I found out that this family named the Rupertos was my true family, and I went off to find them. And that is when things finally started to look up. They had this beautiful house, and they immediately knew that I was theirs and they were mine, and they accepted me with open arms, and it was great. I lived there with 5 people and a wonderful little dog buddy. There was my mom, my dad, my brother Louie, my sister Christina, and myself, and I loved them so much. But every night trying to go to bed, I couldn't help thinking of the family I grew up with. Were they sad? Were they happy? Were they angry? I didn't know, but eventually I just had to get over it. That's not where I belonged. With my new family, my true family, I went to high school and then eventually off to college, where I am now, at SUNY Oneonta. And things are great. And I started watching a lot of YouTube, and I watched a lot of people do vlogs, like Daily Grace, who is my biggest inspiration, Tyler Oakley, Mamrie Hart, Hannah Hart, and all of these great people. And I just loved watching them so much, and they inspired me. And one day I just got around to thinking, well, if they do it, why don't I start a vlog? But what do I name it? And this was important. It had to be something with Nutella and symbolizing that it was a huge part of my life. I was no longer a slave to Nutella. I am my own person. And that's where I got the name Nutella Slave. So that's it. That's my story. Thank you guys so much for watching. Please click the box to subscribe. Please leave any comments, questions, concerns in the crotch, any ideas for what to do next. All the links will be there, as well as right here. So that's it. That's my story. I hope you guys enjoyed it. Please share the video if you liked it, and I'll see you guys later. Bye.